Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel APSC Audio Notes. Please subscribe the channel to receive further notes. Today we shall learn the second chapter of Indian ancient history, the Indus Valley Civilization. So let's begin. 1,000 years ago, people started moving towards the valleys of Indus. Gradually they settled there and they evolved a civilization called Indus Valley Civilization. The name India is derived from the river Indus, for India means the country of the Indus. The earliest literary evidence, however, shows that the first Aryan settlers in India called the Indus the Sindhu. Discovery. The archaeological excavations during the early decades of 20th century brought to light an extensive civilization which flourished in Indian subcontinent. Till now almost 1,400 settlements belonging to Indus Valley Civilization. The north-south spread of this civilization was 1,400 kilometers and the east-west spread was 1,600 kms. The most of the Indus Valley Civilization settlements were located in Valley of Saraswati River system, which is extinct today. The river Saraswati was known as the name of Ghaggar in Punjab and Chakra in Baluchistan region. Geographical area. The Indus or the Harappan culture is older than the Chalcolithic cultures, but it is far more developed than these cultures. It arose in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. Many sites in Sindh formed the central zone of the pre-Harappan culture. The central zone of the mature Harappan culture lay in Sindh and Punjab, mainly in the Indus Valley. It is from here that it spread southwards and eastwards. The area formed a triangle and account for about 1,299,600 square kilometers, which is larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Nearly 1,500 Harappan sites are known as so far in the subcontinent. Important sites. Harappa, Punjab, Pakistan. It was the first Indus site to be discovered and excavated under the supervision of Daya Ram Sahni in 1921, on the river Ravi. The Indus civilization was originally called Harappan civilization after the discovery of this site. The vast mounds at Harappa were first reported by Masson in 1826 and visited by Cunningham in 1853 and 1873. The 6 granaries here are located outside the citadel, but immediately next to it in the west. Barracks or rows of single-roomed quarters are situated just below the walls of the citadel. They probably house laborers. The location of Harappa has led several authors to conclude that it was a gateway city. 2 types of burial practices, one of typical R37 type, another H-type cemetery are seen. Haryana's Barana, oldest Harappan site in Indian subcontinent, according to New Archaeological Survey of India report. Other findings: stone symbol of lingam and yoni, virgin goddess, seal, wheat and barley in wooden mortar, copper scale and mirror, vanity box, dice, log chasing a deer, in bronze, nude male and nude dancing female, stone, naked male torso, red sandstone, has been found which shows traces of Jaini. SM. Mohenjo-daro. Sindh, Pakistan. It is one of the largest site and was discovered by R.D. Banerjee in 1922, situated on the river Indus. In Sindhi language, the word Mohenjo-daro means mound of the dead. Other buildings include an oblong multi-pillared assembly hall and a big rectangular building which must have served administrative purpose. Other findings are Pashupati seal, bronze image of a dancing girl, 3 cylindrical seals and steatite image of a bearded man, clay figures of mother goddess, dice, idol of a yogi and a granary. The Great Bath is the most important place of public. It was used for religious bathing. Steps at either end lead to the surface. There were changing rooms with inlet to the tank and outlet to drown water. It measured 39 feet, length 23 feet, breadth, and 8 feet depth. Major characteristics of Harappan sites. Town planning and structure. Town planning was not uniform. Common feature was grid system, that is streets cutting across one another at right angles, dividing the town into large rectangular blocks. The towns were divided into two parts, upper part or citadel and lower part. The fortified citadel on the western side housed public buildings and members of ruling class. Below the citadel on the eastern side lay the lower town inhabited by the common people. Houses, often of 2 or more stories, generally had side entrances and no windows faced the main street. There was large-scale use of burnt bricks and complete absence of stone buildings. Round pillars were absent. Drainage system. The drainage system was very impressive. In almost all cities, every big or small house had its own courtyard and bathroom. Water flowed from the houses to the streets, which had drains. Underground drainage system connected all houses to the street drains, made of mortar, lime and gyp. Some, covered with either brick or stone slabs and equipped with manhole. This shows developed sense of health and sanitation. Drains were built of burnt bricks. The quality of domestic bathrooms and drains is remarkable. Social life. It was a highly developed urban way of life. Society principally consisted of middle-class urban people. Presence of various classes like priests, merchants, craftsmen, peasants and laborers can be seen. The dress of the men consisted of 2 garments, the upper and the lower cotton garments, which were generally used. Wool was also used. Different kinds of necklaces have been discovered. Bracelets were used quite commonly. The vanity case found at Harappa reveals that the Harappan women knew the art of wall painting. Political life. There is no clear idea about the political organization of the Harappans. No temple have been found at any site. We have no religious structures of any kind except the Great Bath, which was meant for ritual bathing. Therefore, it would be wrong to think that priests ruled in Harappa. It must be noted that Harappans were lacking in weapons. Religious life. Chief female deity. A terracotta figure where a plant is shown growing out of the embryo of a woman, represent Mother Goddess, Goddess of Earth. Chief male deity. Pashupati Mahadeva, Proto-Shiva, represented in seals as sitting in a yogic posture on a low throne and having 3 faces and 2 horns. He is surrounded by an elephant, a tiger, a rhino and a buffalo, and 2 deer appear. At his feet, numerous symbols of 1 phallus, lingam, and female sex organs made of stone indicates the prevalence of lingam and yoni worship. Trees, people, animals, bull, birds, dove, pigeon, and stones were worshipped. No temple has been found, though idolatry was practiced. Indus people believed in ghosts and evil forces and used amulets as protection against them. Economic life. The Harappan economy was based on irrigated surplus agriculture, cattle rearing, proficiency in various crafts and brisk trade, both internal and external. Agriculture. Agriculture was the backbone of the civilization. The soil was fertile due to inundation in the river Indus and flooding. They used wooden plowshare, plowed field found at Kalibangan, and stone sickles for harvesting. Gabarbans or nallas enclosed by dam for storing water were a feature in parts of Baluchistan. Crops produced were wheat, barley, dates, peas, sesamum, mustard, millet, ragi, bajra and jowar. At Lothal and Rangpur, rice husks were found. First to produce cotton in the world, which Greek called as Sindan, derived from Sind. Domestication of animals. Animal rearing was practiced. They domesticated buffaloes, sheep, oxen, asses, goats, pigs, elephants, dogs and cats etc. Camel bones are reported at Kalibangan. They did not know about the horse, except a jawbone of horse which has been recovered from Surkotada in Gujarat. However, they did not know about lion. Trade, agriculture, industry and forest produce provided the basis for internal and external trade. Trade was based on barter system. Coins are not evident. Weights and measures were made of limestone, steatite etc., generally, in cubical shape. They were in multiples of 16. Several sticks inscribed with measure marks have been discovered. It points that linear system of measurement was in use. They had trade relations with Shortui and Mundagik in Afghanistan, Altan Deep and Namazgah in Turkmenistan and Tepe Yahya and Shari-I Sokhtar in Iran. Dilmun, Bahrain, and Makran Coast were two intermediate stations. Indigo was exported to Egypt. Indus Valley Civilization mentioned as Maluhar in Sumerian literature, evidence of trade between Dilmun and Makkan from Sumerian text. Seals of Indus Valley have been noticed from Ur, Kis, Susa and Logos towns of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamian cylindrical seals have been found from Mohenjo-daro. Figure of humped bull on Mesopotamian seals. Use of Mesopotamian cosmetic products by the Harappans. Coffin-made burials have been a foreign phenomenon which were found in Harappa and Mesopotamia. Art and architecture. The Harappans were utilitarians although not completely devoid of artistic sense. Their most notable artistic achievement was the seal engraving. The major artistic work of the Harappans were Harappan pottery. Harappan pottery is bright or dark red and is uniformly sturdy and well baked. Script is also engraved on it. It is chiefly wheel-made and consists of both plain and painted ware, the plain variety being more common. Harappan people used different types of pottery such as glazed, polychrome, and sized perforated and knobbed. The glazed Harappan pottery is the earliest example of its kind in the ancient world. On the whole, Harappan pottery was highly utilitarian in character, though the painted designs on some say show a remarkable artistic touch. Harappan seals. The seals commonly are addy of steatite, soft stone. The technique of cutting and polishing these seals with white luster was a unique invention of the Harappans. The majority of the seals have an animal engraved on them with a short inscription. Unicorn is the animal most frequently represented on the seals. The famous bull seal was found from Mohenjo-daro. Main types are as follows. The square type with a carved animal and inscription. The rectangular type with inscription only. Steatite image of a bearded man is excavated from Mohenjo-daro. About 2,000 seals have been recovered from Harappan sites. Script and language. Script and language are undeciphered. Script is pictographic in nature. Fish symbol is most represented. Overlapping of the letters show that it was written from right to left in the first line and then left to right in the second line. The style is called Baustrafeden. A signboard inscription bearing 10 pictographs has been found from Dholavira in Gujarat. Terracotta figurines. Fire-baked clay was used to make toys, objects of worship, animals like monkeys, dogs, sheep, cattle, humped and humpless bulls, both male and female figurines.